Yo, this is Anarchist.
And this is Longtail.
And this is AfroRant. Yo, so welcome to AfroRant number 2. And what do you got for us, Longtail?
So, Blerdcon happened last weekend, and a lot of drama came with that.
What type of drama?
Well, apparently the face of 2021 Blerdcon is going to be a white woman.
What? It's gonna be the white woman? It's gonna be a white woman? Gonna be a salty? Alright, first, tell the people what Blerdcon is.
Okay, Blerdcon was created for a space for black con goers, black cosplayers, black nerds to simply be just con goers, nerds, and cosplayers.
And tell us why that was. Tell us why we needed a Blerdcon. Tell us why we couldn't just, have a regular con,
Because in many of the other con circuits, if you were black cosplaying a character that wasn't black, you were ridiculed for your natural hair and for your natural skin.
What about
You mean when the white people cosplay Japanese characters? No, they get a pass.
Oh, wait, well, yeah, of course. But I mean, so is it just about cosplay? Is it just simply, or is this Blerdcon just for cosplay?
No.
No, not at all, huh?
No, it's for manga, anime. I've seen some D&D, video games.
It's the celebration of nerd stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, we can both agree on that. It's both the celebration of black nerds or people of color nerds.
Yes.
Okay, that's a fair assumption,
so
right?
that they could go to this convention as just being that without always being brought up that they're black first.
Okay, well, I get that much. All right, so what was this drama like? I mean, other than this, why is it a problem that this white woman, this saltine, won the costume contest? Ain't Blerdcon all inclusive like all those other cons? Ain't Blerdcon all inclusive like those other cons?
Yeah, like white attendees are allowed to appreciate the convention and what it's going for and attend as well. Like, we can't pretend that white people and non-black people don't also have like black friends.
Yeah, I get that one. I get that much.
So it was just, a space more dominated to black and POC con-goers that, if white people are just comfortable or okay to be around, they're allowed to attend too.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't why wouldn't somebody want to attend a con in general just because it's, black focused? Was there did you see the turnout? Did you see the turnout at like Anime USA? Was it the same turnout as KatsuCon?
Well, I mean, this is the first
or
con
MagFest?
After the pandemic.
Oh, okay. Well, technically we still in a pandemic.
The one before, like the first one and the third one I went to, it was pretty big.
Okay.
It was pretty big.
Okay, all right.
For a new small con.
All right. So what do you think? Why do you think everybody is up in arms right now about this situation? What I want to know from your perspective, because I'm gonna give you my perspective.
Well, I mean, it's kind of going backwards. That, I mean, the name Blerd means black nerd,
okay.
But the face of it, for the 4 times that it's been around, only one of the winners have been black.
Oh, you telling me only one winner? One winner out of, was it 5 cons?
No, well, it would have been 5.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's 4.
Because 2020 didn't happen because of the
Yeah.
panorama. Okay, so out of 4,
only one.
only one has been a black person.
Yeah, I don't know if the other winners were like mixed or.
I don't think that matters.
It
If
doesn't
there was I'm sure if it was a person of color, I don't think that would be an issue. I think the issue here is that a white woman was allowed into what should be a space to celebrate us.
Yeah, apparently this is the second time
Second time what?
that a white woman has won.
Okay, so it's been 2 white women and 1 black person, and then the other person was like a non-what?
I'm not sure.
I mean, if that's the case, then we should just say it just happened twice because anybody else other than white people are people of color.
Yeah.
So other than that, we shouldn't really be mad about the other person of color because it's Blerdcon is there because to celebrate black people, but also not unfortunately, but like we also add people of color. So
Yeah.
it's not so much it's a black thing. It's a, hey, we're people of color and we are also nerds, and we have a space where we're not going to be ridiculed for being a person of color who likes nerd stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Because people are trying to throw around that at Blerdcon there are white cosplayers, but that's not a word. Like, no one really goes around saying, oh, you're a white cosplayer. No, they just say you're a cosplayer.
They just say cosplayer.
They only really address it as a race when it's someone black
person.
or POC or dark skin.
I would just say black, because I've seen, you want to be honest? I've seen Latinas, and I've also seen Asian cosplayers who all get called cosplayers. I mean, I'm singling out their race, but I never think of their race.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a conditioning that we all have.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that I never think about their race. I see an Asian person cosplaying, it's just a person cosplaying.
Yeah.
But when you see a black person cosplaying, that's a black person cosplaying. So Blerdcon is for us to be in the norm.
Yeah, just to be a cosplayer.
We are the norm, you know. But okay. Well, honestly, this is what I'm gonna tell you. So,
because it'd be weird going to a black convention trying to point out everyone is this black character first when they should just be a character.
You would have to be a racist to do that.
Yeah.
But like, this is what I want to say, and I'm going to leave it at just this. So I own my own wrestling company, right?
Yeah.
And my wrestling company focuses on black talent.
Yeah.
But we also book white people.
Yeah.
We book Latin people. We book everybody. We don't just book black wrestlers, but we focus on black wrestlers, and there will always be a focus on black wrestlers. Now, we have we can even throw LGBTQ in there, right? Because there's a portion of our wrestlers are in that community. But I also created something called a Pan-African World Diaspora Wrestling Championship, and this title is specifically to celebrate and give black wrestlers, specifically black wrestlers, people who have who are part of the African diaspora, a space in wrestling. Because for the longest of times, and before WWE started putting titles on black people, for the longest of time, a lot of black people didn't feel like they had a space in wrestling. And that's not just on the fan side, that's also on the indie wrestling side. I would be hard pressed. Not hard pressed. What's the best? It's a better word. For lack of a better word, I would be fucking out of my mind if I ever had a white person win that title.
Yeah.
I would, out of my fucking mind. That title is specifically there to celebrate black wrestlers.
Yeah.
It is there to celebrate and give a space to black wrestlers, to black performers, to people who have been systematically undermined in the world of professional wrestling. You know, so I think it's a swift kick in every Blerd's ass, whether you like to admit it or not, that a white woman was not only sure she can participate, but she was allowed to win.
Yeah, it's not
a
just
contest that is in a space. Not the contest is not a black only, in a space that is specifically there to celebrate black people.
Yeah, but it's
or
also,
brown people.
It's also not solely on the white cosplayer as well, because the judges also picked her.
So here's the thing. Everybody is responsible.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
White people.
But here's the thing. White people, we already have this issue where white people feel entitled to be included on everything. So it doesn't matter if her friend, because apparently her friend said, "Hey, don't worry about it, do it." It doesn't matter if her friend did it or not, right? Or if her friend said, "Hey, do it." That to me, for example, all right. For example, if there is a con if there's a Eastern Island Pacific, if there's a Pacific Islander festival, right? There's a specific Pacific Islander festival, and let's say I was a fire twirler. I don't know what they're really called. I was a fire twirler. I'm the best on the fucking East Coast, but I go to California. I go to the thing because I love Samoans. I love their culture, and there's a fucking contest for like they're celebrating their own culture. I'm not sure if this is even really a thing. I'm just making it up as we go. And there is a contest specifically for fire twirlers in their garb. You really think I'm gonna paint my face, put on their garb, and fire twirl in that contest? Mm-hmm. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. And if I want to participate, what I would do is I would say I would like to participate, but do not
just attend.
Yeah, I mean, I could intend, but like I would say,
spend money.
There are ways for you to participate, but you say, hey, don't
make it about yourself.
Don't. If this is a competition, don't even grade me. I'm just here to celebrate your culture, and it doesn't make sense for me as a black man, as an African man who's not a Pacific Islander ethnicity, to be graded or to like, regardless of whether I'm the best or not. You know what I'm saying? So like I would not force my way into somebody else's culture, to somebody else's space, so I can be like, like, doesn't matter how much I love Samoans.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, in the judges, for example, the judges, they are there. Like, when you're a judge and you're a referee, you're supposed to be impartial anyway. So your job is to be impartial. So sure, we can say, hey, the judges made this happen. But the fact, first of all, the audacity of a white saltine person saying, I'm going to enter a fucking cosplay contest at a black con. You have no situational awareness. You're being set up.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Her black friend set her up to be in danger.
That is like when the white boys who want the weed, that's when back in the day when the white boys wanted the weed, and they like, I don't sell. I don't do any drugs. I've nothing. That's like back in that day when they asked me, and they're only asking me because I'm black. Okay, all right. Well, uptown, up Rittenhouse, go over Rittenhouse. You know, this is some hood shit. Go to Rittenhouse. Them dudes, they'll serve you. They serve you well over there. They'll serve them all right. They fucking rob the hell out of them. I'm setting you up.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
It's like that one token black friend that has all these white friends that go to a restaurant that's full of Confederacy.
Yeah, like you see this. That's like the setup.
They're setting you up for danger.
You have been set up
for a scene to
she
maybe
got set
happen.
Up.
Yeah.
By her friend. If that's her friend, that is not really her friend.
Yeah.
So, as for Blerdcon, and cosplaying in general, we can talk about cosplaying in general, because I saw that video that you sent me. The video earlier, with the new Naruto meetup.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of crazy that like Musashi Kishimoto went out of his way to add black cosplayers, to add black characters
for
and
black cosplayers.
None of them Negroes was from the Cloud Village in that group.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna say you have to cosplay black people. But that to me, it just screams the problems in general with some cosplayers and cosplay in general. You know, like this is what it is. I wanted to tell you this. I wanted to tell you this earlier, but I kept it in because I want to see your response. I want to hear your response because I'm talking too much. Cosplay is a popularity contest.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally a popularity contest.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's a bunch of kids who were ignored socially for the most part, and they're finally getting attention. What's the best way for me to get attention? So it's not, hey, let me cosplay this black character owned by this black person. Let me cosplay the most popular character I can cosplay to get the most attention I can out of said cosplay.
So the black guy from Fire Force.
What about him?
I mean, he's super popular, but not owned by any sort of black creator.
Well, I mean, first of all, I've not seen a cosplayer do that character yet. I have not seen it, and I'm sure it's going to happen.
I don't think I saw anybody at Blerd. I mean, I left
I'm
early,
just saying.
but I didn't see anybody play as Rocklock either.
I'm just saying, I peeped game. So black characters are hardly seen. Like black main characters are hardly seen. Like every once in a while, you might see an Afro Samurai. You know what I'm saying? You might see you more than likely will see a Storm. You will see a Black Panther. You will see those characters, but literally none of those characters are created by a black character. Like we're blurs, but we're celebrating
white people
blurredness.
Characters.
We're celebrating blurredness. We're celebrating everything that is blurred, except black people who create black characters.
Yeah. I mean, I saw some static shots.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, here's the thing though, like you will always see a static, you will always see a Storm, you will always see.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying
characters.
static because static is from Milestone.
I mean, I know why you're saying static. I get it. I understand. I'm just saying, like, you're always gonna see certain characters like that, but that's like static is the one character that you're gonna see that was created by a person by a black person.
You think anyone cosplaying Cyberpunk 2077 counts?
I don't know how you could do that in general.
I mean, the iconic jacket with the neon lights collar is pretty iconic to Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. So Cyberpunk wasn't created by black people.
Well, no, I'm talking about the video game.
Yeah, I know you're talking about the video game, but in general, like mixing punk with cyber is not a black thing. It's just that person did it once. Yeah. And now he has a video game that fucking tanked. Or he has a video game that's based on his works that fucking tanked.
They're talking about the re-release still having bugs in it.
I mean, I still have it. I haven't opened it.
Yeah.
I still have it. Not going to open it. I'm going to play it when with all the bugs. With all the bugs. I'm gonna disconnect the internet. I don't want no updates, baby. I'm running through that thing.
Played it raw.
Yeah, playing it raw. Yeah. But no,
but yeah, a lot of people are confused and they're worried and they're mad because a convention that started off catering to black people are now catering to non-black people.
Well, you gotta understand. So it's a business thing.
Yeah.
It's a business thing.
It's a business.
So at least from my point of view, from the business, me focusing on black wrestlers, I would think that I wouldn't have gotten as far as I gotten, but it's crazy. Apparently, there's a shitload of black wrestling fans, and there's a shitload of black people. There's a shitload of wrestling fans in general who enjoy this idea.
Yeah.
Who enjoy the idea. So for Blerdcon, like, I'm not going to turn away a white person from my show.
Yeah, that's you hiring them.
Yeah. No, not from hiring. I'm talking about just being a fan.
Oh, being a fan. Yeah.
It's the same thing with Blerdcon. So they're not trying. They're not going to turn. They're not going to turn that money down. They want that money, and that's okay. But the problem is that you're compromising what it's about.
But I mean, if you're a white cosplayer only going to Blerdcon to win the competition, so that you could be the face of Blerdcon as like a haha, you know, I'm a white person, the face of a black nerd convention, then you shouldn't be there in the first place.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Like you could attend.
You go all over the place because you went. No, so I get that also, like.
Because you could attend as a white person, play
We're
video
not saying
games.
that you can't. I know I'm not saying that you can't attend. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. It's not.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying other people might think, oh, because it's a black nerd convention, white people aren't allowed. Like, yeah, you are allowed in.
No, I don't think. Let's not Let's not infantize white people. Let's not do that. Because it makes them feel like seem like they are ignorant.
I mean,
of the issues.
I mean, we're already addressing that white people already go to Blerdcon, so it's not like it's everyone. It's everyone that thinks, oh, because it's black owned, it's only black owned.
I'm saying those people do not infantize them. They know what they're doing. They're purposely pushing that narrative to try to make it seem like it's racist.
Oh, okay,
to completely dismiss the fact that when black cosplayers go to, I don't know, KatsuCon, and they enter the contest, and if they don't look 100% like the character, you know, if they use their natural hair, if they're too dark, or if something is out of order, people, first of all, people are not going to accept them as is anyway, like you're saying earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the black version or you're the hood version of this.
Yeah.
No, motherfucker, I am this character. I am this character. I am not the hood or whatever version or black version. I am that character.
Yeah.
Don't try to change it because you're uncomfortable with my skin, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
you're uncomfortable with my skin.
That's why they address it first.
Yeah. So so when black people go to those cons, let's not pretend. They want to pretend like we're not having issues there, and they know that we are. They don't want to. Mm-hmm. So like it's the same thing when we're talking about black businesses. Black businesses have been systematically destroyed by white businesses, systematically destroyed by big businesses, and it is hard for black businesses to keep up and stay afloat.
Yeah.
So when we put the black business tag on things, white people see that, only get angry. They get angry because it makes them uncomfortable.
So you think that's why there's...
Because they have to acknowledge that the truth.
So you think that's why there's more white contest winners at Blerdcon than black?
No, I think that I think there are more white than black cosplayer winners, purely because black people, a lot of blerds, I've said this and I'm keep saying it, a lot of blerds are not skin folk. All skin folk ain't kin folk.
Yeah.
A lot of black just because they're blurred don't mean they have the same thought process as you.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of we've argued with a lot of black people who call themselves blerds about the lips in One Piece.
Yeah.
They're willing to, they know that it's blackface. They know for a fact that it's blackface. Just because the face isn't like pitch black like fucking Mr. Popo.
And because they put it on some non-black characters.
And they put it on non-black characters doesn't change the origin of where this came from. So like, I don't care how cartoony these characters are supposed to be. No, those characters are racist. So a lot of black nerds or little blerds are not kinfolk. They not.
Yeah.
They not. It's the same. I was getting to this point earlier. It's the same thing with what I feel like with cosplay. A lot of them would not cosplay a original black character from a comic book that they have bought. Like first of all, a lot of them are going to complain that they're not black anime characters, but then don't have any never bought black comic books from anybody black.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're gonna complain about that. They're gonna complain 100%. They're gonna complain, and then they're gonna go to the con with a cosplay on that is a non-black character, and they're gonna go to a con that is predominantly white or non-black con, and they're gonna get backlash, and they're gonna hear, like, I'm not saying that they deserve the backlash because they don't. They're gonna get backlash, and then they're gonna cry their crocodile tears.
Yeah.
Because those to me at that point it's like you wouldn't. The reason why you're putting these characters on is because you want that attention. Mm-hmm. You want that attention, and that's okay because I mean that's historically speaking. A lot of nerds have been the ones who are ignored until they get the money. You know.
Yeah.
So I understand that. I'm not gonna demonize that, but I'm just saying, like, if you go. I'm wondering
what the female to male ratio of the contest was, because a lot of the pictures I saw of the contest, most of the cosplayers in there were black women, and it was just this white woman that happened to win.
Well, that's again, all skin folk and kinfolk.
Yeah.
Again, just because we all blerds don't mean we all have the same taste and we all have the same values. Just because we're blerds don't mean we're pro-black.
Yeah.
There are some blerds who are not pro-black.
Yeah.
And they pretend like they are, but they not.
Yeah.
There are some blerds who will tell you that I can't date black women because, like, why? Oh, because one hurt your feelings when you was in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna cry? You gonna cry? You gonna cry? Like that bullshit. Mm-hmm. You know? So when I hear that there's all these beautiful black women cosplaying, I saw a really one as a big girl, big thick girl. She was number 2. She won number 2. I feel like she should have won number 1.
Oh, you mean the Final Fantasy?
Yeah. I feel like she should have won 1. I feel like she should have won. Why didn't she win? And then like number 3 was the girl that you liked. Was the
one with the octopus
I don't know. What was
Almost
number
like-
3? Was she number 3?
I think I don't know if she was number 3, but she was one of the contestants.
Okay, well, yeah, but anyway, yeah, that to me just says that there are. First of all, you're supposed to, as a judge, you're supposed to be, you're not your own personal feelings and politics, need to die if you're going to judge. But unfortunately, a lot of people can't do that.
Yeah.
Because you're subconsciously going to be drawn to what you're drawn to. And I am confident that one of those judges or a couple of them judges are very much drawn to the fact that that person was a white person in cosplay.
And it probably looked good on their.
That's what they like. I don't think it's even a conspiracy saying, "Oh, let's pick the white girl so that way we can get more white people to the con." I think flat out is just that the judges, some of the judges, are flat out because they're flat out subconsciously drawn to white people or drawn to white women and chose that girl.
Because one of the judges did say that, oh well, she won best in costume because the other black cosplayers had poor quality in their costume making.
I've seen 3 or 4 cosplays from Blerdcon, and that's a lie.
Yeah.
So to me,
place...
what you seen was brown skin, what you saw was brown skin, brown eyes, and that turned you off.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Just assume.
Don't want to admit it. They probably wouldn't admit it, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what really happened.
Because
there are black people who love black women and other black people, but when they are also like the nerds who are like, you're ruining my childhood. So when they see like a black woman in playing fucking Carmen Sandiego, or they see a black woman being Miss Frizzle, they will outright be racist towards black people.
Like some of those black blurs that will believe blackwashing is a thing.
Yeah, like if you believe blackwashing thing, you are a dumb. Nobody's blackwashing anything. Black people don't have the power to erase somebody else's history.
Yeah.
Or their culture. Black people have not historically had to do that, so blackwashing is not.
I mean, I always tell them Google the character that you feel like is blackwash and see if the first page is full of them being black, and they're never black.
Yeah, never.
So like, it's not being blackwash.
They know, and all of this is built on the fact that white people cosplay Japanese characters for the most part, and none of these characters are actually white, but people accept it because they're all pale.
Yeah.
Japanese people don't have no complexion, and white people hardly have a complexion, so they just accept the shit.
Yeah, in the anime.
It also doesn't help that Japanese people make a lot of their characters
blonde hair, blue eyed.
What do you call it? White fish their characters.
European features.
Yeah, Eurocentric features to their anime characters. So anyway, yeah. I mean, that's. You got anything else you want to say? I mean, I feel like I talked way too much. It was supposed to be for you.
Well, so I'm wondering if, because this year's theme was Chocolate City, which I thought funny for what happened because of the whole gentrification and that happened with the contest.
Well, you can't be Chocolate City in Virginia. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're not Chocolate City in Virginia. So that's dead.
And I heard a couple people saying that on 4chan, more white people are going to attend simply to troll that there's going to be more white people at Blerdcon than black people.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But here's the kicker. That's where the conspiracy comes in. He don't care because in order for them white people to get in, they have to pay, which means there's more money in his pocket, which means there's more return from him renting that entire fucking space out, and that him renting all that space out, and there's more of a return for him. So he's about to get more money from that.
But how are you gonna still call yourself Blerdcon? I guess he figured as long
run
as
by black people, so we call it Blerd.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like as long as the founder is black, it could count as Blerdcon.
Okay.
When only 25% of the attendees are black.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. Don't forget to hit up our Subscribe Star. That's Subscribestar/Afronomenon Studio. That's Subscribe Star Afronomenon Studio. Hit us up there if you want to support our comic. And you got anything else?
No, I'm good. I ranted all I ranted.
Okay, well, have a good one.
Have a good night or day.
Shut up, nerd.